All right, here we go. Monday night edition of KnicksFanTV Live, presented by Prizepicks. We haven't heard this music in a while, man. It's been a minute since we heard this music. I had to dust out the crates to find this. But nevertheless, the orange and blue emerged victorious, going into LA Crypto.com Arena, losing 7 straight games. But they set the tone early, led by Broadway Barrett, Monster Mitch, with another dominant performance. And the Knicks had themselves up to a 26-point lead, 24-point lead. The Clippers came back strong, would close it to within 12 to start the fourth. So now Knicks fans are on edge. They're like, here we go again. Another collapse on the way, but 1 minute. There was one player on this team that would not have his team leave there with a loss, and his name was Cam Reddish. The Cam Hive is alive and well because Cam Reddish poured in 14 of his 16 points in the fourth quarter to keep the Clippers at bay and take the win for the New York Knicks. 116-93. The Knicks kids steal the show and get the dub out on the West Coast. CP the franchise here, my guy JD Sports Talk on the ones and twos. Knicks postgame live presented by Prizepicks. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Hey, hit that thumbs up button for your Knicks win, because that's something you don't hear every day. And if you're in the tanking business, you know what they say, man. Can't lose them all. So, solid job by the Knicks, JD, man. I thought RJ set a really good tone for us early. I thought he was abusing Terrence Mann all day. Had no answers for him on his drives. Attack mode. RJ maintaining his aggressiveness. Offense running through him for the most part. As I said, great job by Mitch. Dominant again. You know, this Clippers team, not a good rebounding team, so I expected a dominant performance there by Mitchell Robinson, and we got just that. He was solid. And, you know, again, give credit to this Knicks second unit. Cam Reddish, an impressive 17 points, 14 of his 17 in the fourth quarter, 8 straight Knick points when the Knicks were looking for answers. Great job by Cam. Manuel quickly, 21 points, 10 boards, 6 dimes for IQ. I thought the Knicks second unit, led by the kids, their defensive intensity was ferocious, very switchable, played fast, and got the dub, man. 116-93. Give me your thoughts on this game, bro.
Man, how sweet it is. Finally, right?
Yeah, finally.
I don't even know how it feels. It's been so long since we last got a W. And of course, you know, we get the W on a Sunday night. Yeah. Hey, hello, NBA.
Right, right.
Do us a little favor here on the East Coast.
Sheesh, 12:30 midnight, man.
On a Sunday. Woo. It's like, you know, can you give us a little 6 o'clock game on a Sunday, man? Man, that's a tough one. But hey, you know, a lot of positives tonight. And you mentioned, you know, the tank crew. I even think even the tank crew, you know, being that, you know, I think even they would say, hey, if we're gonna get some wins to end the season, let it be these type of wins in terms of how we win and what did we learn, because that's what it's about to end the season. What are we going to learn from a game-to-game basis? Who is getting exposure? Who is developing? And the type of information that the front office is going to get from some of the young players, and finding out who's going to be part of, you know, next year's roster and you know, your team in the near future. So I think it's a satisfying win. You know, the Clippers in their last 10 home games are 7-3. Mm-hmm. They just smoked the Lakers, and this is a team that's 34-31 going into tonight.
Won 5 straight.
Won 5 straight. So they had a lot of things going. Well-coached team. So this is, you know, a quality win as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Knicks, the young players should be feeling good about tonight. They allowed 12 offensive rebounds per game, and the Knicks have 15. 8 of those from Mitch Robinson, and I like Mitch Robinson bouncing back, continuing to have the game. He had a great game against the Phoenix Suns, and continuing to play well. A lot of nice contributions for some of the young players. Thank you. Deuce played some minutes.
Deuce played well, man. Defensively, he was sharp.
And listen, we're going to talk about Cam. We're going to talk about RJ. We're going to talk about a lot of the players that had statistical nights. Deuce McBride, I thought you could argue, one of the most impactful minutes, just because, I had tweeted out that a lot of his possessions when he came in, he was disrupting the offensive sets of the Clippers, because the Clippers were running sets trying to get Reggie Jackson into comfortable looks, to no avail. Deuce was not having it. He was going through screens. He was switching aggressively. And this is the things that I talked about early on the season about having a guy that can play defense now. Doesn't need G League. He doesn't need more. He can play NBA defense now. He's going to be aggressive. He had about 4 fouls tonight. So that was good. And do you hear that? You hear that, CP?
Let's go.
You hear that?
Let's go.
In the background? That's the Cam Hive. The Cam Hive is activated tonight.
Yeah.
And how sweet does it look when he can actually get the opportunity to be aggressive? And we mention it time and time again, CP, in terms of what type of talent this guy is. You just see it, even in his mistakes. Even in his mistakes. He missed the dunk. What are you going to do? You're going to bench him after that? You're going to teach him how to dunk a basketball? What do you do in that situation? So you got to let him make mistakes, and you got to let him rock, man. You got to let him cook.
Yeah.
So I'm very encouraged by Cam tonight. Overall, good team win. The Knicks are 2-0 when Cam Reddish scores double figures. The last time he had double figures was against the Golden State Warriors. The Knicks won that game. This is IQ's first career double-double at 21 and 10. Was it 10 rebounds?
10 boards, 5 dimes. And the chat's been killing my guy IQ all year, man. All year. I've been preaching patience with the kid all year. He's pushed the pace all night. Defensive intensity. His shot is back. Look, IQ's had a solid couple games in a row now. Let's just give credit where credit is due. The kid's playing well. He's playing well.
Yeah, he's definitely, getting 10 rebounds is definitely impressive, along with 6 assists. And and the thing, even above that, 3 of 5 from 3, 8 of 15 from the field. That's what I'm looking at, me personally, because I've adjusted my expectations for him in terms of point guard. That's not the role that I see him in. I just want you to be efficient. That's it. Make your jump shots. I took him on the over tonight on Prizepicks over 1.5 threes. He had 3 threes tonight. So overall, nice win, man. And I'm just very, very encouraged by the number of young players that contributed to the win tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. As you said, if you're gonna watch a win like this, this is the type of game you want to see, where your young players are contributing from beginning to end. And as I said, RJ and Mitch set the tone early. IQ and Cam led the bench unit. How about Jericho Sims? Jericho Sims is gonna be given this opportunity to really solidify himself as the backup 5. To really force the Knicks' hands this offseason to see, what do they do with Nerlens Noel? Are they able to find a trade for Noel where they don't have to part with a draft pick to get rid of that salary? But Jericho Sims, man, he's really making a case. And, with 17 games left or so, that backup 5 is I would have to think, is going to be his to lose. And tonight he played well again. First off, the Gotham lob, RJ to Sims early in that game was ridiculous. I damn near jumped through the roof because that was crazy from the apex that he caught it from. And then, 11 rebounds. I thought Jericho was solid out there, man. Knicks overall out rebounding the Clippers 56 to 43. So good job by Sims on the boards and defensively as well.
We need more of that, CP. We need, forget we don't. We need more of RJ and Sims. We need more of RJ and Mitch. We need that pick and roll play a lot more often. You know, so sometimes I'm surprised at how much we don't go to it, especially after a successful play. You know, this has been one of my criticism of the system and the style of offense that Tom Thibodeau runs with the team, because sometimes you go into a game with a certain game plan of how you're going to attack the opponent, but then in the middle of the game, you run into a successful play and you scrap the game plan. You just say, you know what? We're going to keep running this, or we're going to run this every other play until they stop us. You know, you see RJ tonight a lot of times going left, going left. Lamar Jackson said, yo, they're not stopping him going left. Keep going left, right? So sometimes you go into a game with a certain game plan, and the game, the style of the game, the rhythm sometimes helps you dictate how you should run your offense. And, you know, as you mentioned, Sims, I think, is locking up at least that backup role, you know, for next season. Because when he can get you 11 rebounds in only 20 minutes, 5 of those offensive, you know, we talk about his strength, his physique, you know, he's still growing. So he can still fill more in terms of his strength. And that's going to help his box out. It's going to help, you know, him, you know, in, you know, setting screens for your team. And when I see that, CP, I think about this. There's 2 things the Knicks have to do going into next season, because you're thinking, okay, we're going to have to pay Mitch, right? Because I ask you, all those DeAndre Ayton fans, did you see that game by DeAndre Ayton?
I didn't even know if he played on Friday.
Did he play?
Because my guy Mitch put him on ice.
I wasn't in the watch along in the post game, but I was thinking, I even wanted to call in there because I was like, are you giving that DeAndre Ayton max money?
Facts.
It's funny how players with that type of game, they look a lot different when they don't got a point guard, right? They look a lot different when they don't got Devin Booker or CP3. So when I look at the way that Mitch and Sims could contribute on this team, if your decision is to go with those 2 type of centers going into the next season, you have to get a point guard and you have to run a lot of the offense. When you're not running it with if it's going to be Jalen Brunson or whoever, when you're not running the offense to that point guard, you have to do it through RJ, because you're going to make the decision that stretch 5, it's gone. You pay Mitch and Sims is the backup center. That's it.
Yeah.
So now we have to look at how we're going to maximize their talents. And when I look at the pick and roll play, it could be such a deadly play as long as you utilize them correctly. And I hope that, you know, the Knicks work towards that, because once you decide to pay these guys, you can't pay him and not maximize their talents.
Yeah. And shout out to Val in the chat who says Ayton scored 30 and 8 today. No Booker, no CP3, no Cam Johnson. Well, you know what? He didn't score 30 against Mitch. That's the point we're trying to make here. The Block Nest Monster is a Block Nest Monster. He dominated Ayton on Friday night. Dominated Zubox. He's looking strong out there. Crashing the boards. Give Mitch his bag and have Sims backing him up. Simple and plain.
I'm gonna pay him max money.
I'm
not giving Ayton max money. I'm sorry.
No. Again, 12 and 11 for Mitch, and then Sims with 4 and 11. So great job by them. You know, somebody in the chat had mentioned, you know, Cam effortless 17, and it really was. But it was well timed because as this lead is dwindling, I'm getting texts from our peoples. I'm checking Knicks Twitter, and everybody, you know, Ben Stiller's hitting the panic button. Everybody's sweating now because they're like, here we go. It starts. The collapse is starting. Tibbs went way too late with the starters. You know, Clippers probably the best team in the league in terms of like crazy comebacks this season. So everybody's just waiting for everything to fall apart. And then Cam starts it all. Jumps into the passing lanes, gets a steal, draws the contact, comes back, gets a nice little scoop layup in the lane. You know, got the 3-pointer falling. Got another one top of the key at the nail took it on Nicholas Batum with an easy lefty layup. It was easy for him, man. So that was nice to see, you know, RJ and Cam really contributing to this W. RJ Barrett last 5 games, 28 points per game, 6.8 rebounds, 4.8 dimes. So as Julius is stumbling and bumbling, trying to figure things out, RJ's been on point, bro. He's been
How
on point.
yeah, and RJ continues. Like as I told you, it seems like it's even when he shoots 26 shots, he still gets the 20 points. So it's like it seems, and I like the bounce back game from him. 6 for 26. That was tough because at some point you want to either look to become a playmaker, but that's good. It's a learning experience. You got to remember there's different sets of games. He's starting a new set of games in his career as the lead guy.
Right.
So you have to put, all the games in the past, you have to put that aside. This is a kind of like a new slate of a chapter in his career as the main focal point of the offense. So him having that 6 for 26 night, it's tough to see on the box score, but it's good for his development. That's the way he's going to learn, is going through those tough, inefficient nights and understanding, how do I bounce back? How do I attack? He still has to continue to improve around the basket. And again, it's encouraging, but he's going to have to improve on it in the offseason when you can score those points and still look at yourself and say, man, I left like another 10 out there, whether it's between free throws or bunnies at the rim.
Right.
So, all around a nice bounce back game. I like the attitude, and I like the way that he's leading on the court. I saw a few times he was amped to see Cam play well. He was actually going to Cam. Yeah, you saw that, right? He was like trying to instill that confidence in Cam and try to get him going. You could tell he's very happy to see Cam have that night tonight. And I think RJ definitely wants, Cam to be a part of the future of the Knicks.
No question, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up on the feed. Boys, late night, early morning edition of KnicksFanTV Live, Knicks postgame live, presented by Prizepicks, CP and JD on the ones and twos. We're going to get to the phones in just a bit. And it's going to be a much shorter show, obviously, with it being so late. And then we got another show tomorrow night. But, again, good win, solid effort by all of the kids involved. But I did realize one thing, man. You and a lot of people in the chat, the other night I said, I'm done with the hives. I'm done with the hives. I'm on a show me type of vibe. Show and prove.
Let's go.
I'm done with the hives, but
talk to me.
Right before I was handing in my resignation, my guy Burks got activated tonight. 15 points, 4 dimes, a steal, a block. He was all over the court. 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from downtown, setting the tone early. My guy Burks, did you hear his post-game press conference against Phoenix? He basically threw Tibbs on the bus. He said, look, Tibbs wants me to play the point guard, positionless basketball. It is what it is. AKA, I'm not a point guard, but I'm just here to do what I got to do. Tonight, he was out there getting buckets, off-ball buckets, Burks Hive. We're not done yet. It was a good, nice effort by Alec Burks to set the tone. That's all I'm going to say, bro. Just real briefly. I just had to get that out there. Set the tone.
You threw me a curveball. I thought you were going to say, all right, I'm going to enter the Cam Hive. Like, I thought you were setting it up to come to this side. But, of course, in CP fashion.
Oh, bro, I don't even, we'll talk about this when the time comes, but if they did say in the MSC telecast that Quentin Grimes is getting closer to a return. That's all I'm going to say for now. I want to get to the phones. That's all I'm going to say for now. We want to keep this on a positive note. But that's all I'm going to say for right now. Let's get to the phones, man. Drew, what's going on the Discord?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you feeling, man? You got to go rapid fire tonight, Drew. Real late tonight.
All right, I'll be quick with you then.
Yeah.
So I was rewatching this entire fourth quarter while you guys were going on your spiel and recap of the game. And one thing that I noticed was Tibbs actually smiled.
Yeah, he did.
Which I was like in awe when I just saw him talking to the ref and just put on this big fat grin right afterwards. And it's got to be with the young guys playing well. I mean, it's just nothing more said. I mean, all just going forward is that Tibbs, this is the move. You got to go forward. I mean, I'm glad that hopefully you realized now instead of later. But to be honest, you should have known this way earlier in the season. So, yeah, I mean, the guys played well all together. I mean, Julius still being Julius, but yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and Julius again had some head scratching decisions. At one point, he had back-to-back turnovers. in the first half. The fadeaway mid-range when guys are wide open, no flow in the offense. Again, just head-scratching moments. After having a great game against Phoenix, I thought he had a great game until he made the boneheaded mistake of getting himself tossed from that game. But we didn't need him tonight, so we don't need that. I got the we don't need that tee on just for Julius.
May not need him next year.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure, man. Let me salute some super chats that have come in. Shout out Maxwell Walter. He says IQ was efficient tonight. That's the next step. Loves Simpsons' activity. Loves RJ's energy. Game ball goes to Cam. Man is too talented to play less than 20 minutes. The Rhyme Animal Chuck D. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. Says this should have been late January. Fans want to see players play. There's a better things to do than watching tanked losses for kissing the face in the drafted paper bag. Old Nick heads ain't betting on 2027. Yeah, Chuck is very steadfast against the tanking philosophy. You know, I still think it'll serve them well. But tonight, we'll take the W tonight. Shout out to J. Cal in the chat. J. Cal in the building. How you feeling? Okay, back to the phones. Let's try SazOn on the Discord. SazOn, unmute your mic. SazOn. All right, SazOn's not ready. This is late night Knicks Fan TV, baby. You got to be ready to roll. Nate from Rochester. Nate, go ahead and unmute your mic when you're ready.
Yeah, I got me.
Yep, loud and clear.
Real quick. I know a lot of people are going to say this is more evidence for tips to play the kids. And honestly, it is. But I just want to say, I don't think it's an issue as much as people play it up to be that the young players don't play as much. I think you want to reinforce good habits, you know. So, like, if Cam or, like, Deuce or whoever, they're not doing what they're supposed to do and they're not playing well, I don't think it's necessarily bad that they sit out for a little bit, see what's going on. You know, I think you get a good game like this, you see what works, it reinforces good habits. So, you know, that's really all I got, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to it.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, I mean, I think from what you see, Tibbs is not as liberal with playing time as other coaches may be. You know, I think some coaches are from the philosophy of play through mistakes, and that's how you learn. And Tibbs seems to be the opposite. He seems to be a guy who, you know, again, wants to put you in that box, see how you handle it before he gives you a little bit more. That's just how it seems. Now, through the injuries, he's had no choice but to play some of these guys. So, again, let's see if that forces some permanent changes within this rotation and this roster. We'll see how it all plays out. So to everybody out in LA that was at this game, man. Knicks fans obviously out there heavy. There's a lot of orange and blue jerseys out there. A lot of people hit me up that were at the game. So if you guys were at the game, definitely salute to you. Want to salute Blue Cheer, $50 super chat as usual. Says great win. Let's keep it going. Shout out to Blue Cheer. $10 super chat from Tahotep. $5 Marcel Garcia says, even when Grimes comes back, Cam should be getting minutes from Fournier, Obi, and Julius. What about Obi? Again, game storyline. No Obi, second game out with a hamstring injury. You had Noel and Taj also out with injuries. Shout out my guy J. Cal, $100 super chat. J. Cal says, quick, Cam and Sims was crispy. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Okay, I see Deej on the Discord. Deej, we'll close with you. In the meantime, let's go to area code 845. 845, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, CP, my name is Zion. Now I'm calling from Boston.
Okay. What's good, bro?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, so I love what I see today, man. That's what I'm talking about. I called the 23 and under club, that lineup that Tibbs played to close out the game. Man, they were moving the ball, playing defense. The intensity was good. And I could not believe my eyes, man. I was kind of scared for it at the last moment. I thought he was going to pull them out, but he fished through with them. And yeah, that's it. That's what they do, man. They just play defense, move the ball, and it seems like they love to play with each other, you know.
Yeah.
But what we need to do moving forward, I think, is keep running that lineup and just let the kids play, move the ball around, and we need to pay Mitch, man. Dude had 8 offensive rebounds and only played 25 minutes, and we need to pay this guy. If he leaves, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I would like to see them continue to keep Mitch and development, right? We're talking about player development. This is a guy who needs more development. He came out as a project, second-round pick, playing this style without a true facilitator, without a true point guard, with Julius out there. RJ's been finding him. But I think, Mitch's play development can continue, and we'll see what he can become. No, I don't think he's ever going to have a offensive arsenal like Anthony Davis, but he may not need to. The way he's defending and rebounding. And again, if you get a competent playmaker or more consistent playmaker, an efficient playmaker, I think he could be an automatic double-double on a nightly basis.
And Mitch,
Sure.
Go ahead, JD.
No, I was just saying, like Mitch, I know he on social media, he always throws those hints. He feels that, his role he should have a larger role, or maybe he should have the green light to do more around, expanding his game. But when I watch the games, when he gets a few baskets, I don't think he's looking at becoming a 20 points per game player. I just think he just wants to be, engaged in the offense.
Yeah.
And it seems like even when he has these 10 to 12 point nights, when he's engaged in those 10, 12 points and he gets those nice looks, man, his energy goes up, because I know he's known defensively, but offense is nice, man. Everybody wants to be a part of offense. Everybody wants to score a few buckets, even defensive minded players. Everybody likes to, feel part of the game. So, I think it's more with him of finding maybe he has a little bit of disagreement of the way the system is playing. I'm pretty sure he sees what we see with RJ. He gets involved in different set plays. So that's what we have to do. But he's going to have to do one thing, CP. He has to improve from the free throw line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is you pay Mitch, right? And then as you pay him, you're not going to pay a guy and now not have him as part of your, heavy rotation in minutes. And if you become a good team, you're going to become hacker Drummond, hacker this, hacker that. Like now teams when, now we're getting away with it because we're not a good team. But when you become a good team and teams now really are trying to win games and scout and attack you, that's going to be a focal point in the fourth quarters where they're going to put him in that spot. And now our investment is going to be devalued that way. Yep. So he has to become, you don't have to be a 75%. Just be respectable. Just hit a free throw. One of two. But some of these shots, man, he's worried about other parts. That should be his number one focus all off season. Because just like we say with RJ, you do this, you do that, boom, you're 20 points. Mitch, you hit some free throws because you're going to get opportunities, especially if you get a point guard. You're going to be easy 12 points per game. Easy next year.
No question. No doubt about it, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. You're rocking with CP and JD on the ones and twos. Late night edition, early morning edition of Knicks Postgame Live presented by Prizepicks. JD, that doesn't even matter because we got 1,800 people in the chat. Let's hit that thumbs up button. Hit that
1,700 are here for Cam.
That's a fact.
The Cam Hive is active, baby.
Is alive and well. Let's go. Let's go, man. Yeah, no, it was outstanding performance by him when the team really needed it. Clutch performance by Cam Reddish, no doubt about it. Jamaica Queen 22 says, if Grimes, $10 super chat, appreciate it. Says, if Grimes does indeed come back healthy, who's the odd man out? Let's table that one for another day because we could be here all night talking about that. I want to make sure we get some callers in here, but definitely appreciate the super chat. But that will be a topic of discussion, no doubt about it. Area code 813, what's your name and where you calling from? 813. Oh, bedtime for them. Area code 301, what's your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, what's the signs, fellas? This is Maestro from Jersey.
Maestro, what's good?
First time. I'm chilling, first time caller, you know what I'm saying? I generally catch you boys on the podcast replay, but I bleed that blue and orange.
Let's go.
This is Ewing Hive from back in the day, you dig?
Let's go.
And I want to say, man, you know what I mean? I heard your rant the other day about, Knicks need impact players, and my thing is, you don't need impact players to play good defense and hit free throws.
Oh, sure.
And largely, those are the things that have been plaguing the team this year. You dig? So no rational person was picking the Knicks to win a championship this year, right? So what we need to be doing is, preparing to be next up, right? So long as you got, those so-called quote-unquote super teams, Durant and Kyrie and them boys always getting, all the favoritism for wanting to win the chip, you just need to be next up. And I think we're on a right track with that. We saw some evidence of that tonight with the young boys in there. What you don't want to have is have your, impact player, superstar like a Ewing in his prime, but you got a Jordan out there that's stopping him from winning the chip. So you need to be next up. So when, those guys, when LeBron falls off finally, KD falls off finally, now we ready to go. Now we need not even impact player, we need superstars at that particular point in time.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get it, yo. Straight up and down.
Okay.
All right? One love.
One game at a time, man. Thanks for your support. Replay gang, stand up. Salute to the replay gang. And salute to Maestro out in Jersey holding it down. So we got Maestro checking in from Jersey. For you people in the chat, man, rock with us 1,800 strong. Throw your cities, throw your flags in the chat. Let us know where you guys are rocking with us from. Late night edition of Knicks Postgame Live presented by Prizepicks.
How about Evan Fournier tonight?
Did you see the block shot, bro? I had to throw the glasses on for that one. Usually I just throw the glasses on for the Superchats. But it's a 48 block shot. I said, whoa, what's going on with this guy, man?
This guy. Well, it is what it is. Just like Burks said, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is, man. So who knew? Because sometimes my guy 48 looks like he's playing in Tim's, literally. But it was nice to see him get out there and get a block shot. So good stuff, man. Shout out. I see a couple Jamaican flags in the chat. Let's go. Just Jordan, Cedro Cross. What's going on? See some Haitian flags in there. I'm Jay saying, how you feeling? We got Vincent Clemente checking in from Australia. Fabian Lenz, Germany, checking in. What's good? Ty Baskets, Delaware. How you feeling? ATL, Rockness Monster. Salute to Rock. Always checking in with us. Andy James out there in L.A. And shout out SKG in South Carolina. JD, who you want to shout out?
I always want to shout out the mods. They help run the show. They help make the show run a lot smoother. So shout out to all the mods, JJ, Chuck D, of course, everyone, TM, and let's see. I see a Sham BK, Guyana.
Okay.
King Matthews from Millersville, and D, Maryland. I got Tito DeAndre from LA. We got everyone here tonight.
Yeah, man.
Stefan W. from Trinidad. RJ the OG from St. Paul.
All right. Shout out Mr. George 1226 team #new. Yeah, man. If you guys are also new in the chat, drop a #new for us, and we'll shout you guys out. One quick announcement on the March 30th event at MSG Knicks versus Hornets. We're down to about 5 tickets left, so they're flying off the shelves. It's limited amount. So if you guys want to go to that game, you better jump on it fast, man. Go to the OmniFan.com and get your tickets. Again, tickets comes with a seat in the 100 section. We're in section 113. We get access to pregame shoot-around. Obviously, we'll be live streaming from that. And then after the game, free throws on the MSG floor. So you don't want to miss it. If you've never done it before, it's always a great experience. I'm 1 for 2 from the free throw line, so I got to redeem myself.
Well, we gotta record that. Free throws?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. Free throws, bro.
We're over here talking about Mitch. Let's see your free throw game.
That's right. That's right, man. Who we got? Team #new. Cores UKD. Checking in from DR. What's good? Who else? Yo, Chase Boogie always in here, man. But salute to you anyway. Shout out to Man Child up and T Dot. All right, back to the phones we go. A couple more calls. Area code 813 is back. What's going on?
Yo, what up, CP? First time caller, man. Long time listener. Y'all can hear me all right?
Loud and clear. What's your name? Where you calling in from, bro?
I'm from Florida.
Okay, salute, bro.
I'm homie SazOn on the Discord. It's just joint says you gotta unmute me. It says I don't got permissions, but it's all good.
Okay, yeah, I was trying. It's all good. What's good?
So yeah, man. I mean, basically, the kids. I feel like they should play. Obviously, we see how we look. We look athletic. We look like we could keep up with anybody in the league if the kids could play. We obviously need a star. But this whole thing that Tibbs is making changes, I think we delusional because it's not on Tibbs. I think we playing the Moneyball game. If you ever seen the movie, that's pretty much how I feel. Like the front office is telling him this is the roster, and he wants different type of players. When he brought Cam Reddish in, I feel like tonight, he's smiling, but everybody on the bench, the whole team know what Cam Reddish could do. We saw their reaction. I'm surprised they didn't bring the starters back in tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, right,
so,
right.
It's just crazy, man. I look at all the players' reactions. I look at their faces. I look what's going on. I feel like Randall had to tell them leave him out. I feel like Randall told Tibbs like I'm good tonight and kept the knees iced, and he went back on the bench. So, I'm just gonna go rapid fire. I know it's late night, man. I appreciate the call. I appreciate y'all taking me, man. Much love. Later.
Appreciate it, bro. Definitely appreciate that.
I firmly believe. You know why he didn't bring the starters back? Because Tyronn Lue did something that we don't do.
Yeah.
Early on in the fourth, he said, you know what?
Wait the white flag early.
A few times, try to get back in this game. My players didn't respond. So you guys, y'all done for the night.
Yeah.
They're done for the night. He's looking forward in terms of giving, because this is a team it's kind of like the Thibodeau way. Like, you don't have that franchise guy right now. They have their guys on the bench, and they're trying to grind out these games, which means a lot of these players need to play a lot of minutes. And I think that allowed Tibbs to have more, to give his current squad more run. And then they responded by playing well, extended the lead. And then that was that for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, true indeed.
So
man.
I'm not giving Tibbs any slack. Not giving any leeway.
Well, I think I think the key for the second unit was having RJ out there. Just having somebody that you can really count on to kind of bail you out offensively. Now IQ did have a cooking tonight, but I think it gave him more confidence having RJ out there running the offense through him. These guys can kind of rally around him, and then defensively, man, they were sharp. They were sharp. From Deuce and Cam, just trying to get active out there in the passing lanes. IQ being intense out there. Jericho, RJ. I like how this team looks defensively. We got a glimpse of that in the Phoenix game as well. So let's see what happens going forward, man. But it's just night and day then from watching, 48 Burks and Julius kind of do what they try to do out there. The second unit defensively has a lot of potential. And then you bring Grimes into the mix, has a lot of potential, bro.
It's going to be interesting to see how Tibbs manages it, because that's why I say I'm not cutting him any leeway, because, he had that quote of, well, I wasn't, I'm more concerned about our defense. We scored enough points. And yet in the Phoenix game, he benches Cam for Fournier. So he continues, in my opinion, to contradict himself game to game, because he'll say something and then the next game do something that contradicts his statements in the post games. Because if you're worried about defense and you're not concerned about offense because we're scoring enough points, why do you take out Cam against Phoenix and then you bring in Fournier?
Right.
Cam is giving you offense as well. So where's, you know what I mean? So with Grimes coming back, Grimes plays defense. Nothing that McBride did tonight in terms of effort on defense, it shouldn't surprise anybody. It should not surprise anybody. It's just about him getting the opportunity to do it on an NBA floor against NBA competition.
No question.
So that's what it's going to be about to end the season.
No doubt about it. All right, we'll take one more from the phones, and then we'll go to King Deej. Knicks postgame live presented by Prizepicks. Area code 512. What's your name and where you calling in from? Yep.
I'm Lamar.
Damar, where you calling in from, bro?
Oh, yo, what's up, CP? Man, I didn't think I was on, man. I'm calling from Austin, Texas, man. I've taken my call before. What's good, man?
Let's go, man. How you feeling, bro?
Let's go.
Oh, man, hey, man, I'm feeling, man. To be honest with you, man, I thought we was going to lose again. I was just looking at the game. I was just thinking, man, another 20-point lead, we're going to lose. But, we came in, they won. It just goes to show that they just need to let the youngsters play, man. Our Tibbs, just needs to get, I know that's not his style to do that, but, they look great tonight, man, and it builds their confidence, and then, we can see what we got going forward. So, that's all I had to say, CP, man. But yo, thanks for taking my call, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Definitely appreciate it. No, I haven't been to Austin yet, man. JD, you been to Austin yet?
I've been to Dallas. I've been to Plano, Fort Worth.
Yeah,
not Austin.
I rock with H-Town heavy. H-Town used to be like my second home back in school
I need to
days.
go to Houston.
H-Town is popping. I sent Papa Left to H-Town. Papa Left was taking a February break trip, and he was planning to go to Dallas. I was like, bro, no offense to anybody in Dallas in the chat. I was like, yo, scrap that. Go to H-Town, and took care of him there. So
you got to be careful with saying anything about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
man.
that's right.
I was in the waiting room about to board the plane, and I said something to a Dallas fan. The whole waiting section just turned and looked at me. I said, "What? Hey, y'all all Cowboys fans?
Can't play around, bro. That's Jerry's city, man.
They take their delusional fan base takes their team seriously.
Yeah, absolutely." Mr. George in the chat says that dude sounded genuinely happy. Yeah, my guy from Austin was definitely happy, man. He's a Knicks fan through and through. Can't question that. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's talk about Prizepicks, JD. Real quick, Prizepicks, man. Daily fantasy sports made easy. As you guys know, Prizepicks is the presenting sponsor of the show, and it's a game that we play every night here on the show. It's a game of overs and unders. It's that easy. You go to prizepicks.com, enter promo code KFTV for a 100% match on your deposit of up to $100. So make sure you play responsibly. It is fun to play, but make sure you guys are playing responsibly. And here were my picks of the night. JD, wasn't a great night for CP the franchise. I took Pascal Siakam. No Van Fleet, no OG Anunoby for the Raptors. Visiting the Cavaliers, I took Pascal Siakam on the overs on points, rebounds, and assists. And he fell just shy. The number was, I'll tell you the number right now that I had Siakam at. The number was 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He finished with 32. All I needed was a couple more. Just short, man. Next pick, Donovan Mitchell. The Spider now in 2 games against the OKC Thunder, only averaging 14 points per game. Utah visiting OKC. I went against my guy, the Spider, man, and he's usually been good for the overs. Now, his over on points was 26.5, so I was a little bit leery there. So I went with the points, rebounds, and assists combinated, and I went under 35.5, also trying to guard against a potential blowout. Finished over with 38, so I didn't get that one. I took Darius Garland over 21.5 points. Cleveland against the Toronto Raptors, finished just short with 17. I also took Reggie Jackson this game. Knicks can't guard any point guard for that matter, whether it's you, me, or Reggie Jackson. I went with him tonight, over 20.5 points, finished short with 10. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, but my lock of the night was RJ Barrett's free throw numbers. I've been continuing to go to this, and I started it at 4 rebounds, 4 free throws made, and Prizepicks upped it to 4.5. I was like, I'm still going with it, and RJ hit 7. So wasn't a money-making night for me tonight, but that's just how it goes, man. How'd you do?
Well, I played a small ticket just because I got, I played late. Some of the games when already, by the time I looked at the app, some of the games were already gone. So I only had the Knicks game to play. I picked, and by the way, that RJ pick, it's like, remember when he was at 2.5 free throws? That was the line, and that was like the lock. 4.5 is still a lock. Like that's
still
the
a
new
lock,
lock,
bro.
because he's going to the cup every time, and he's gonna get those opportunities. So that's the new lock play. I had quickly over a 1.5 on threes. He had 3 threes tonight, so I hit on that, and I hit on, shout out to Dave Footerneck, Cam Cutlets.
Bro, I did not see any Cam Reddish props on my board. You had it?
I hit up Prizepicks. I said, I don't want Cam Reddish anywhere near CP's phone. I don't want him near CP's phone. CP be hating. He wasn't Cam Hive. So don't give CP's app any Cam option. We don't want CP to make money on Cam.
I didn't see it.
So that's why you ain't get it.
I didn't see it. I was looking to take Cam tonight.
He was at 7.5. And you obviously you never see Cam up there. So I'm like, Vegas knows something.
Yeah.
Obi's out, Taj,
Right.
Noel, so I'm like, Cam's gonna get some minutes. And I thought I just took the chance, and of course we saw what he did tonight. And because it's one game and I played 3, I can't pick 3 Knicks, so I picked Reggie Jackson over 2.5 threes. You saw the type of night he had. He didn't even hit one.
Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, bro.
2 out of 3 tonight. But hey, Reddish sauce, we ready.
I didn't see any Reddish props on my board. I was looking for Mitch props. They didn't have any Mitch because I figured I was looking for Mitch points, rebounds, assists because I figured he was going to dominate again tonight. They didn't have that. They didn't have they no longer have like Bogdanovich. I was liking the Burks 1.5 threes. I really was. And he broke that in the first quarter alone.
What you got to do is, since if you put your ticket early and go back to the game like about 20 minutes before, half hour before, sometimes they switch up and they add a player or they add some stuff last minute.
Right.
And it gives you more options because sometimes you'll get an injury report that dictates some moves. But man,
Prizepicks.com, promo code KFTV. See if I can win some bread tomorrow night. Okay, let's I see somebody new on the Discord here. Scott Free, are you there? Oh,
ready, so.
All right, we'll give Scott Free a little bit of time to lower his microphone, lower his TV volume, because I kind of just went to him on the fly. All right, Scott Free, we're going to try you again. You ready to go? Scott.
Yo.
You got to turn down like everything, bro. What's going on?
Yo, I got it hooked up to my TV so I can hear your voice on my TV. My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Let's go. How you feeling? Where'd he go?
Speechless.
Now he's speechless.
Because you told him turn down everything. He turned down his own mic.
Oh, man.
Yo, I got it hooked up to my TV. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. Run off your points. All right, we got to get him up out of here. We got to drop you off here, man. You're not ready, Scott. You're not ready, man. E-Crossover, go ahead and unmute your mic when you're ready. E-Crossover. I'm trying to work with him, JD, man. It's just making his debut. He's not ready, man. And apologize to everybody's ears in the chat because my man's volume on everything was just turned up to the max. E-Crossover on the Discord. If you could hear us, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Rapid fire, yo. Good win tonight. Mm-hmm. Everybody was doing pretty well. Quickly had it going. Cam finally showing Tiz what he got under his repertoire. The only concern I have to say, and hopefully transitioning into next season, they develop swinging the ball more like how like a lot of these offenses now, like how the Warriors do it and how the Suns do it. Hopefully they can develop camaraderie, be able to pass the ball more. Because I see that we are, and statistically we are, a heavy isolation team. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that doesn't transition on to like the end of the season. I want us to still move the ball a lot more and still get those type of stats that we're getting from Quickly and Cam and RJ. Because it seems like if they don't get their buckets, if we try to move the ball enough, we seem like it's like foreign to us. So hopefully there's not going to be a heavy isolation ball next season. So, but good win tonight though. Yeah. Everybody was getting buckets. The Clippers didn't have it tonight at all. Mm-hmm. So we took advantage of that. But good win. So I'm out, y'all. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, man. Enjoy it. All right, closing us off. King Deej on the Discord. Go ahead and close it out.
That last caller was a good call, man. Run it up, Orange and Blue family. Run it up. Listen, CP. Listen, that's cool about the Burks Hive, the 15. You know, that's cool about the post game, but it's killer season, baby. I said killer season was coming one way or not. As the official lieutenant tank commander, I approve of all wins whenever I get to see Cam and RJ ball out. I approve of all the wins. I will stop the tank for Cam and RJ to ball out. Listen, Cam had a game, and the fact that he had it with the amount of shots that he took. You know, he didn't take a lot of shots. Like your boy Burks over there taking 10 shots to get his 15. My boy Reddish taking 7 shots to get his 17. Listen, when Grimes comes back, it's clear. Burks is out of here, right? You can start with Grimes. I know it's not going to happen, CP. Yeah. Let me dream, right? Okay, it's not going to happen. All right. It's not going to happen. Just get out of here, all right? Tibbs gonna go. He's the overlord of the Burks Hive. But what should happen is Burks should get out of here, start Grimes, and have Cam continue off the bench. First wing player off your bench. That's how you solve it. I know it's not gonna go like that. Don't be a Debbie Downer right now for me. All right, it's killer season. I got the chinchilla. Know what I mean? And we gotta see what's going on in Sacramento, man. Everybody else a killer season. Let me see a hashtag killer season, man. Drop a killer season. Out. Put some love, man.
You know what's crazy, CP? And I hate to say this, but Burks is a guy that I honestly wouldn't mind having on this team next year, but not in this role. I think this role, you saw it in the press conference. He didn't seem happy.
Not happy. I think
fans also, like, when a coach puts you in a situation, some fans kind of grow a distaste for you, and it's not really your fault, right? Like, Burks could be a 10, 15 minutes per game wing player off the bench. He doesn't have to be this because he has versatility, so he can be a positive on the team. The problem is the role that he's playing now is just throwing everything and
throwing everybody for a loop, man.
Fans don't have faith in the head coach, and so it's tough.
Throwing everybody for a loop, man. My guy Burks is a pro. He's a pro's pro. He's just doing what is asked of him, and that's just it, man. But tonight, more off-ball situations. I thought he did a good job of finding the dead spots in the defense, relocating, spacing the floor well, and knocking down shots, which is what he's being paid to do.
Are you impressed by Cam?
Oh yeah. I mean, look, I was calling for him to finish the game in the Phoenix game. Like I said, I think he just scores with too much ease. I do want to see him just like be a little bit more intense out there. You know what I'm saying? It seems like things just come a little too easy for him.
Here we go.
But as you see, he just scored an easy 17. So yeah, no, I thought it was very impressive outing there for Cam. And you know, pretty much seal the game. It was a turning point of the game. 12-point lead. You know what I'm saying?
Decent energy, but we gonna get there. We gonna get there, CP. Yeah. We gonna get you right.
He's got to lock in a little bit, but we'll see what happens tomorrow against Sacramento. But overall, man, great outing.
We play tomorrow?
Sacramento. 10:30, man, back to back.
Well, you said we having a show tomorrow. I thought it was like the weekly. Oh, we have a game tomorrow.
No, we got a game tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow, man.
All right, well, here we see. Here we go.
Yeah.
What is Tibbs gonna do tomorrow?
Yeah.
What is Tibbs gonna do tomorrow after, like, you know what? I'm hyped now we play tomorrow.
What he's gonna say is we'll see.
And another thing, CP. Who we play tomorrow?
Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox, man.
You know what's gonna happen, right?
What do you think?
Julius Randle, Sabonis, you know how he takes that matchup.
Yeah.
He takes it personal.
Man.
So, hey, I just hope, Julius, don't mess it up. The kids are rolling, man.
Julius versus Sabonis. Shooting the fair one against tomorrow. That's going to be very interesting. Very interesting, man. Okay, great show, man. Great show. Had a lot of people locking in tonight. Let's make sure we didn't miss any of the super chats. Definitely don't want to miss out on those. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. An expedited post-game show tonight. Shout out, got your open $5 super chat. He says, JD's preaching on Tibbs. Stay on him. Kenny Gale says, I'll never forgive Tibbs for having Sims sit on the bench all year while we had depth issues at the center position. Pay Mitch. Cam is nice, man. Rhyme Animal Chuck D says, let Mark Jacks do for us like what Kerr did to him. Blue Cheer got that. Kyle Chin says, I know you told me not to watch on the B-Day, but we needed this dub bad. Great way to end the day. Shout out to you both for the late night Like It Up. Shout out to Kyle, man. Happy birthday to you. And, hey, good thing they got a win for you, man. Good thing they got a win for you. Junior Karoma says, salute CP and JD. Big Blue Nation agreed. Give Mitch his bag. Let Sims be the backup and let's go. Leon Johnson says, get Noel's knees out of here. Make room for Cam. Rafael Joel Rubio says, play the kids. Tibbs finally adjusted the lineup. Play the kids. GD Nation says, please continue your wisdom from the last post game. No more player hives. The only hive that matters, the offense, the defense, and the pace hives. Josh says, positive today, watching the youth thrive, but Tibbs was ready to put Randall back in with 7 minutes left, up 20 plus, till RJ made his final bucket. Jedi King Matthews says, it's about time we take a W. Go New York, go. Pan Man, Canadian Super Chat, appreciate it. Uptown Mister, it's Reddish Hive. Cam, better than Fournier. Shout out Paul Robinson, free the youths. Tony Saunders, hashtag free Cam. RJ will bounce back. No more hives. Oh, I thought that was from the Phoenix game, but okay. We got that. Great show once again, everybody, man. Everybody in the chat, remember that the show's presented by Prizepicks. Go to prizepicks.com. It's a promo code KFTV. 100% match on your deposit of up to $100. Great deal. Also support our guys at Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Enter promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. And remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format, all the major podcast platforms. So no reason to miss it. Catch it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those good ones. And if you're a freaking podcast listener, be sure to leave us a review. It's another thing that helps us move the needle. Just little moves like that, little incremental moves like that helps propel us a big way. So if you're a Spotify or Apple Podcasts listener, make sure to leave us a 5-star review if we've earned it. And yeah, man, JD, great show. Check you tomorrow, man. Late night, 1:30 a.m. on the East Coast. Got through the Super Chats without the glasses, so that's always a good thing, man. And check you guys. Great job by the mods. Great job, Ryan Manuel, Chuck D, J Cal. Check you in the morning.